Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Football Manager Mobile 2020 series with Manchester United. So, as we saw in the last episode, we lost against Manchester City 1-0, unfortunately, which did bring our unbeaten run to an end. And now we are left 3 points from the top. Sorry, 3 points off the top. In front of Man City, they're on 49, we're on 52, and in this episode we need to face West Ham and Bournemouth and Leicester. So it's all going to be Premier League action. And then after that, it seems like we have some FA Cup for the next video against Aston Villa. So versing West Ham, West Ham not doing too bad themselves. They got 3 wins in their last game, or should I say 4 wins in their last 5 games, which is not bad. Um, Now it's an interesting task for my team to just pick themselves up from that defeat. It was a narrow defeat. It's not like we got outclassed by Man City, but they did play a bit better than us, and it perhaps it showed an insight into the different qualities. But we're still on the top of the table. So that just shows that we are doing better than Man City so far this season. Okay, guys. So in terms of the lineup, I'm gonna bring on Martial for Werner. I think that should be about it, guys. Alright, so West Ham. Zabaleta is injured for them and is unavailable for this game. Got some good wingers, especially with Felipe Anderson and Yarmolenko. Very good midfield players. And they're going with is it a free striker partnership? That's really weird. So it's kind of like it's a 3-4-3 formation. Anyway, let's get straight into it, guys. We're at Old Trafford, so the fans should be expecting a good game, and a game where we just pick up momentum again and continue where we left off before that Man City game. That's the most important thing, obviously, for me to see as well. That the team is capable of picking themselves up from these harsh defeats, as we will need to do so even later in the season. Let's say we're really up there with the title, and we suddenly lose against a small team or a big team, and then suddenly we find ourselves with a bit low morale, knowing that we're so close to winning the title, but then we just struggle against certain teams. So it's a good test for us today overall. Here's Williams down the right, does very well to get past his marker, and Rashford slots it in after a beautiful play from Inaki Williams. Here's Inaki Williams again, looking very lively down that right-hand side. Look, he gets away from his marker again and nearly sets up Rashford, but Fernandes gets it instead. 2-0 within 24 minutes. So far, it's been a brilliant game and a good response from the team overall to that 1-0 defeat. Let's see how we proceed further into this game, if we can add a couple more. All right, 44 minutes in, and we're just going to get ready for the halftime whistle in just about 2 minutes. So 2-0, hopefully 2-0 still, going into the dressing room. Here's a final corner kick just before we head off. And it's a goal, Maguire. What a cross from Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. Is that his third goal of the season? Or didn't check properly. Alright guys, so even better, half time 3-0, we just managed to get a goal on that halfway mark. And now we're ready to go into the second half with very, very high spirits and very good momentum. Here's Guy on the left side. He looks for Pogba in the middle, who finds Fernandez to Maguire. Wan-Bissaka puts in a bit of an overpowered ball for Inaki Williams. Just going to catch up. Here's Martial, does very well. And what a goal. What a goal. I thought Martial would have maybe tapped it in past the keeper, but he kind of chips it into Rashford above the keeper. And Rashford, the only thing he has to do is slot it into the net to make it 4-0, which he does. And this is turning into a very one-sided game. It was already looking like one at around the 3-0 mark. But now it's just... I think we'll get ready to make some substitutes as well. Yeah, let's get ready to make some subs. And bring in some players who need more game time. Here's Antonio to Rice. To Fornals, to Antonio, to Hala, to Yarmolenko, and Yarmolenko does make it 4-1. Bit of lack of concentration from the defenders. Very, very open spaces from my team. And obviously that led to a goal. But let's bring on Daniel James and for Inaki Williams, who's had a brilliant game. And let's bring on McTominay. We'll put him on for Bruno Fernandes, and then we'll switch him around with Pogba. So Pogba can play in his more natural position, which is an advanced playmaker. See if manages to score some goals. And the only thing we've got left is Greenwood. I think we can put Greenwood in for Rashford. And that should be our 3 subs ready to go. So about 18 minutes of game time for the newly subbed players, which is quite a bit to make an impact. At least in that time you could at least score a goal or an assist, or at least make some good contributions to the team in other ways, with maybe some good passing or some good defensive work in the midfield or anywhere. Alright, here's Pogba. He's playing more central now. To Greenwood, to Martial, and the impact is there to see. It all started from Pogba's run down to Greenwood, who very unselfishly passes the ball to Martial, who makes it 5-1, and this is already looking like a very impressive scoreline, to say the least. Here's Diaz to Gaia, to Fernandez, who does get fouled in the process of trying to win the ball. And it is going to be our free kick, which Fernandez takes, but we don't get to go any further. The full-time whistle is blown, and what a result we have in our hands. 5-1. What a way to come back after that 1-0 defeat. And really, really good scoreline. So apparently Tillemans is still being looked after or sought after by PSG. They have made a new bid, which is not being made public, like the value. But it seems like the requirement by Leicester and the bid from PSG is still quite far apart. And that's where the trouble is stirring, because the teams can't come to an agreement. Obviously, PSG can't buy, and Leicester can't sell for anything less than they proposed. Alright guys, so I think for this game we'll keep this lineup just as it is. Everyone's fully fit. If anything, what I'll do is I'll put McTominay on for Bruno Fernandes, who's had a brilliant season. Look at him. 6 goals and 9 assists in 32 games. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see Pogba's record. He's been playing his part for the team, so I can't really fault him for that. But last season he had a very impressive campaign. He had 15 goals in 47 games. So now we're gonna put him in that more advanced playmaker role. See how much more he's able to give to the team in terms of going forward. Alright, we get the first half started again at Old Trafford in front of our home fans. What a ball to Inaki Williams, who finds no one. Comes to Gaia though. To Martial, who loses possession. And we get it back, but it is going to be a foul from McTominay, unfortunately. Here's Pogba to Fernandes, to Wan-Bissaka. Back to Inaki Williams and Rashford. 1-0 Man United. Again, in the first 10 minutes, we're able to get another goal, which is absolutely brilliant to get a good start. "25th minute in, and nothing much to report. After that 1-0 lead, it's been a fairly quiet game. But here we have a chance. Here's Gaia to Diaz, to Fernandes, to Inaki Williams, who does get fouled quite close to the box. It's going to be a decent free kick opportunity for, is it Rashford who's going to take it, I think? Yeah, it's going to be Rashford. Puts it in and it gets a slight deflection. And it is going to be 2-0 to Manchester United. 2 goals for Rashford. And what a season he's having now. Maguire, good defense. But he was getting his shirt pulled, so it is going to be our free kick. Here's Gaia. McTominay back to Gaia again. Finds a beautiful cross, and Inaki Williams just manages to get ahead on it at the far post. And what a goal to make it 3-0, just about on the half-time mark. And again, 3-0. The scoreline seems to be getting bigger and bigger as the game goes on, similar to the last game we had against West Ham. So half-time, guys, 3-0, and let's head into the second half. Hopefully more of the same. It's 55th minute, and Bournemouth have a chance to snatch one back. Wan-Bissaka gets it very nicely. Rashford, we're ready to go on the counter, but we don't. Oh, it's a foul. Okay, if Martial fouls someone. So it's going to be Bournemouth's free kick, and the counter attack stops in its tracks. Here's Wilson, Billing. Oh, what a chance. And it goes over. Still 3-0. Alright, well, let's make some changes with about 14 minutes left to go on the clock. And again, when we're switching up some players, bring in some players who need more game time. Alright, so I think we're going to bring in Werner for Martial, who he's had a bit of a quiet game. He's on a 6. We'll bring in Greenwood again, and this time we'll bring in Dalot for Wan-Bissaka. And we're good to go, guys. Here's Dalot with a corner kick. And Greenwood slots it in, guys. A bit of a defensive error from Bournemouth, which does punish them very severely to make it 4-0. And Greenwood gets his super sub goal. Here's Pogba. Loses the ball in a very important area. And here's Wilson. Good save from De Gea. And we just managed to clean it up, but not too much because Bournemouth have it in possession again. McTominay applying some good pressure down at midfield. See, look, they have nowhere. Literally, they have to pass backwards because of good pressure being applied by McTominay and the rest of the team. So that's very good to see. And that should just play out for a full-time whistle. Here's McTominay to Fernandez again. Gaia, full-time guys, 4-0, a clean sheet on the table. And we progress further in this amazing title race. So what a game we just managed to put on show for the fans. We're now 8 points clear off the top, but Man City do have a game in hand, so they could reduce that gap to 5 points. So anyway, we have Leicester away now, a tough team, who's who has arguably had the most or the best dream story a club could ever have, with obviously Leicester winning that Premier League title, which was very, very unexpected. Let's see the team of the week though. We got Deeney, we got Rashford and Inaki Williams, the two wingers, and the only Manchester United players to feature in this team of the week. So that's good to see. Alright guys, so for this one I think I'm going to bring in Werner back for Martial. And let's see Wan-Bissaka's amount of assists he's had. He's had 11 assists already. He's nearly matched his assists from last season with about just over half as many games. So he's doing very, very well in his position. Greenwood, again, doing very well. 13 goals in 19 games and 1 assist. Alright guys, we are good to go. Here's Maguire to Pogba to McTominay to Inaki Williams. What a fast start, and nearly a goal from Rashford, but he gets saved. Some very fast football, fast-paced football from Leicester, but a bit too powerful for their liking. The ball just goes in for a Manchester United throw. Here's Inaki Williams to McTominay. McTominay nearly slides one in, not slides one in, nearly powers one in, but it goes over. And the deadlock is still on. Oh, is this a free kick? I think Rashford's going to take it. It's a beautiful position just outside the box. He is going to take it and it deflects out for a corner. So Wan-Bissaka's going to have to stroll over and commence the corner kick. Gets it back. Pogba. Wan-Bissaka. Pogba again. McTominay, Pogba. And nowhere. Nothing happens with that chance. And halftime is looming. And it's still 0-0. Alright guys, halftime. Let's head into the second half. Good dispossession from Gaia. Pogba gets it back. Wan-Bissaka. Fernandez, Wan-Bissaka. McTominay. Get so many passes. Here's Inaki Williams. Good pass to Fernandez, to McTominay. To Fernandez again. Pogba. Hughes clears the ball for a throw-in. We're just trying to creep into that defence, but Leicester have some good partnership at the back. It's really kept our attacking movements to a minimum. So let's see if we can get a goal soon. If not, I'm going to have to dip into the substitution list and see who can come on. Alright, well, we're going to see who can come on. Here's Tielemans, the sought-after player by PSG, who so desperately want him. Vardy, I was about to say De Gea. Vardy nearly gets one in for his team, but De Gea is there to do very well to save that. Alright guys, so I think we're going to bring in Greenwood for Rashford. Let's bring in Bruno Fernandes again and put Pogba down on the left side. And yeah, let's see what we can do with these 2 subs. Three minutes of added time, guys, and I'm not sure if we're likely to get a goal in these final minutes. Here's Greenwood though, and he does get fouled. Indeed, he gets called over. He gets a yellow, and maybe is this a chance? Here's Fernandez. He's gonna put it into Fernandez to Pogba and Nicky Williams. Werner, and it's a goal. Surely, he has just won the game. What a time to score, guys! And added time. It doesn't get any better. Werner again with a lifesaver. This is the second time he scores in injury time to really give us that win. And he's done it again. So 1-0 against Leicester. Bit of a nervous game. Weren't able to take our full chances in that one. So, but I think we should be pleased. Again, we grinded out a decent result against a decent team, let's not forget. So, just before we head off, end the episode, this is what the table is looking like. We're slowly distancing ourselves from Man City and especially Liverpool. So this is good. Chelsea are still in the relegation spot. What is happening? What is happening, guys? Because I can't understand. Zappacosta, Tammy Abraham. I have no idea what's happening. Speechless. I've never seen this before. A team like Chelsea to... Okay, at the start they were in relegation spot, but the campaign just started, so I thought, okay, maybe they just lost maybe 1 or 2 of their opening games, and obviously that would probably put them in the relegation spot. But obviously, then they will climb up higher and higher as the campaign goes on, and they pick up more momentum. But it seems like they've stalled basically on the spot, and they've just remained in that relegation spot. And unfortunately, that's 15 points from the opening 22 games. So that's more games played than points earned. So that's a bit tragic. I think the owners and the shareholders at Chelsea will be absolutely fuming with the state of the club. It's never been this bad before, so they've got to really consider their options and see what they can do. They're not really attracting signings at the moment, especially if they're in relegation spot. But let's see what happens as time goes on. I'll keep you guys updated with Chelsea's position in the game and in this career mode especially. And until next time, guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.